we all know that sexual violence against women is an immense tragedy that goes on day after day. And we talked about today that it takes change of legislations in many countries. It will need a stop of impunity for the perpetrators, especially at war times. It will take a change of the moral and the cultural recognition that rape is a crime and that women are equal to men, I think. But the thing is that women are being raped today, and we must not forget about these women that are suffering today, and they need care, they need treatment to be able to regain their strength and their force and to continue their life. And that is where you come in, because you do work to treat women today, and you also talk about it and you bring attention to it, and that is why I think it's a very humanitarian way of seeing it, and also trying to bring this to the table in the big world. And we heard today that there are many organizations that are supporting your work and what you're doing, but for MSF it's actually the other way around. So MSF is Läkare Utan Gränser, and because we're actually being able to get the support from you when you are taking on our patients that we are sending for treatment, for surgical treatments, and we have been doing so for many years, from Burundi, but foremost from Kyiv, of course, and from Congo. So thank you for the support, and hope that we will continue to have that collaboration. Now, MSF is working to treat and to give medical and psychological care mainly to women, but also to children and men, we must not forget, who's been victims of sexual violence. And we're doing that in almost 60 projects around the world. Mainly it's in war-torn countries, but it's also in post-conflict situations, and sometimes in areas of instability and lawlessness. And I think in most of these settings where it's so important, because the treatment we give, it's about medical treatment, it's about preventing HIV/AIDS or HIV transmission, it's about preventing unwanted pregnancies, and their time is very important. And what we see is that it's very difficult to make the women come on time to see our clinics, maybe because they're too far away, maybe because there's other problems, but there's also the issue about shame and about stigma, and the other problem there is that I think we only receive a few of the women who actually have been raped. Only in Kyiv in 2007, we treated 3,000 women mainly who were victims of rape, but we think that there's so many more that never came to our clinics. And I wanted to hear a bit from you on that, because I know we're trying to reach out to women in different ways, but how do you see that this will be done in a better way, or how can we actually both give access but also make the women come and to prevent further disease from them?
Merci, Madame, pour la question. Je suis très heureux de pouvoir avoir cette conversation avec vous, surtout que vous êtes notre MSF est notre partenaire sur terrain, et donc nous travaillons en parfaite collaboration avec vous. Je crois que je vais peut-être commencer là où vous aviez introduit. Je trouve que le problème du viol, en fait, aujourd'hui, plus que jamais, ça pose quand même un sérieux problème, dans la mesure où, même lorsqu'on voit des législations, et j'ai visité une clinique ici en Suède, et on a discuté un peu avec les spécialistes qui sont là, qui ont une grande expérience. Et je suis un peu choqué parfois de voir que quelqu'un qui viole, il ne peut être traduit en justice que si la victime se plaint. J'ai été au Canada, c'est la même chose. Et je trouve que même au Congo, nous avons la même difficulté. Même si la personne s'est plaignée, la justice nous dit toujours apporter les preuves. Et lorsque la femme est violée très loin, dans la forêt, avec des barrières, la possibilité de venir dans le 24 heures pour pouvoir avoir des preuves n'existe pas. Donc même si cette femme criait de ce qu'elle a subi, aujourd'hui notre justice, et j'étais triste de constater que même là où on peut supposer que la justice est très avancée dans les pays développés, on arrive à un niveau où la victime doit tout simplement pleurer ou se taire. Elle doit se taire puisqu'elle ne peut pas prouver qu'elle a été violée. Je pense que quand vous aviez introduit, vous aviez parlé de ça, je crois que nous avons encore beaucoup d'efforts à faire, aussi bien dans les pays en développement que dans les pays développés, puisque le plus important, je crois que c'est de savoir que le viol, ça détruit. La femme qui a été violée, elle porte ça toute sa vie. Et aujourd'hui, il n'y a pas suffisamment d'instruments pour la protéger. Il n'y a pas suffisamment d'instruments pour que son droit soit reconnu. Je laisse...
Well, thank you very much. I'm very happy to have this conversation with you, and especially because Medecins Sans Frontières is one of our partners on the ground. And I think that the problem of rape today poses a very serious problem. I visited recently a clinic in Sweden and spoke to some specialists, and I was very shocked to notice that the prosecutors only can be brought to justice if the woman who is raped reports it. And the situation, I know, is the same in Canada. Everywhere, the women are asked for evidences. But when that happens in the bush, when you ask the woman to come to the medical centers within 24 hours to get evidence, then you're really facing huge problems. But I'm very sad to notice that even in countries that have advanced legal systems, victims are left out to cry or to be silenced. And I think, therefore, that there are a lot more efforts to be made, both in the developed and in the developing world. Rape destroys women, and we don't have enough instruments to care about the women's right. Thank you.